Do you believe in me? Y'all know I'm so like up. Feel like I'll be up a lot, but what's going on YouTube? How y'all doing? They tried to shadow ban me, but I do the shadow work so they can't stop it. But man, I hope everybody's doing well, man. Shouts out to everybody that is in the West Coast and LA dealing with all of that craziness that's going on, and everybody that's dealing with all the snow. West Coast on fire, East Coast is frozen. Yeah, right. But you know what? With adversity, with challenge, it comes strength. It comes new beginnings as the phoenix rises from the ashes, as they say. So hopefully everyone is safe. All jokes aside, hopefully everyone is safe. Appreciate y'all for hitting that thumbnail. We back at it. Man, let's get this thing to 100 views just because they tried to shadow ban the kid. And yeah, y'all go tap in and go check that video, which I think got me shadow banned, which was about sobriety. It's like, dang, the kid talk about drugs and sex and murder and guns and black on black crime and violence and all that. And everybody get click, 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 everybody glued to the tube. But as soon as you talk about healing and freeing yourself and living a life of sobriety and living a life of wellness, then it's like, eh. But it's all good. I love it though. So man, y'all see it. Welcome to everybody who is familiar with the channel, who's already a subscriber. Thank y'all for y'all love. I appreciate you. And for the people who not subscribers, or should I say who just recently become subscribers, thank you. And also for the people who not subscribers and just clicked on the button, holla at you, man. Thank you. Hopefully I can give you enough value for you to want to return back a la familia. But yes, y'all know me. Don't like the long introductions. I came in kind of hot tonight, but you know, it's all good. Y'all see the title, as I say in the beginning of all of my things, y'all see the title. Yes, you, the world, people, society wants to follow you. Doesn't that sound like such a great privilege to be a part of and to have? Wow, people want to follow me. What do you mean by that? Do you mean they want to go into my page and click like or subscribe, or they want to go on my page and put following on my Instagram? Or do they want to go on my Snapchat? Or do they want to follow me in real life? Yes, all of the above, y'all. So you may have been in your life and you may have come across some places in your life where you're just like, why am I not getting the amount of notice and fame and attraction? Because fame doesn't have to mean, oh, I know you, celebrity status. Oh, you have 100,000 subscribers, a million followers. That could be fame too, but fame can also just be known for something. And you know that you're known for that thing, as in, hey, you recognize that people recognize you for whatever that thing is. That can also be fame too. So you might have been somebody who's wanted a certain level of fame or wanted a certain level of recognition, even at a job, even in a relationship. You might have just been a man or a woman or a person in their partnership and just wanting them partner to want to recognize them more, wanting their partner to want to be able to appreciate them more. But I'm here to give you some insight that you're supposed to feel like that, and everybody wants to follow you. You know why? Because everybody in the world is looking for someone to follow. Everybody is looking for someone to follow. And I came about this, if y'all know my videos, y'all know me, I always gotta do a little backstory. I always gotta do a little origin of how I came about whatever I'm discussing on the channel today. And as y'all can tell, I'm on the couch, y'all know the vibes, so we doing some Words with Waters vibes. But I came about this because I was looking at myself and I was thinking about like all the times where I've gotten discouraged in my life. If a project that I was working on wasn't happening in a certain amount of time, if an idea that I had in my mind didn't come to fruition in a certain amount of time, or didn't come about as I wanted it to. And I started realizing, I was like, who am I doing this for? And for the longest time, I've always felt like I was doing it for me, and everybody else will benefit by default because what I'm creating is for the greater good anyway. So there's a lot of things that people create and they're doing it out of a selfish purpose, and it's not really even good for themselves. And then it's definitely not good for anybody else. But for myself, I've noticed for a long time that the things that I want to create, I felt was good for other people, even if they didn't recognize it. But I had to sit back and wonder, like, am I doing this for the sake of saying, you know what, if anybody noticed me, or if anybody was feeling like this was valuable or not, would I still do it? And I want to encourage you to say, even if you feel like nobody is noticing what you're doing, if your husband is not noticing what you're doing, if your boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, mom, dad, and this doesn't have to be with your like goals, and this has nothing to do with money. This should just be on the day-to-day, the time that you know, bought something for them and thought about them, and you feel like you didn't get that level of recognition or that level of admiration that you were looking for. Don't worry. You know why? Because they are still looking for something to give that energy towards. Everybody is looking to something to give that recognition towards, that thank you towards, that following towards. The goal is you have to make sure that you're doing whatever you're doing and you're looking for recognition for. You have to make sure you're doing that regardless if anybody is wanting to follow you and recognize you or not. So the main point is, you have to be able to prove to yourself that you are who you are, regardless if anybody's recognizing it or not, and not having to prove it to them. And that's where the key to understanding that everybody wants to follow somebody and the world wants to follow you. People want somebody to follow at the end of the day, because if it's not you, it's somebody else. And the difference between why somebody follows you versus why somebody follows somebody else is because that person realized that no matter what happens, I'm going to prove this to myself. And then by default, we all end up benefiting from it. In the beginning, I guarantee you, the people that created all the greatest things in the world, from the cars to the technology, Apple, Tesla, from sports, all of these things, in LeBron, their goal was to make sure that they can prove it to themselves, to tell themselves that they were good enough to do it. And by default, we were able to witness it. And then we were like, wow, they're the shit. Like Steph Curry's 5, LeBron 5, Michael Jordan 5. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jeff Bezos, we got the iPhones, we got the phones. I mean, not Jeff Bezos, Amazon, Steve Jobs, we got the iPhones, the phones. We got, you know, Microsoft Words, Bill Gates. All of those things was done not for them to prove that to us, but they were doing it to prove it to themselves. And because they followed through with their words and their promises to prove it to themselves, we end up liking what they made regardless, and we end up following them because we want somebody to follow. So that's why I want you to understand that the world wants to follow you. Whoever's watching this, I don't give a fuck if it's one. I will always appreciate one subscriber all the way up to 1 million, no matter how big I get, no matter what happens, whether this is as far as I go. Everybody is valuable to me because one makes the whole. And if you move away 1 from 100, it's no longer 100. So I want you to understand, yes, you who's ever watching this, you are important, and the world wants to follow you, and they want someone to follow regardless. And that person is you, just like it's everybody else in the world. Now, when you do your part and prove it to yourself that you are worthy enough to do what you want to do in the world, that's the part that really makes the biggest difference. Y'all make sure y'all tap that subscribe button. But seriously, y'all, once you understand that the world is waiting for you to follow through on your promises, it's over with. It's over. Because the people sitting back, oh, what? He said he was going to write that book? Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, he wrote the book. Oh, man. Bruh, y'all hear the story. Oh, I always knew you can do it. And they probably didn't even believe me. But what it was is that they wanted to believe me and they wanted to follow, but most people are afraid to do something on their own, so they're waiting for somebody else to do it. Most people are afraid to be the first person, so they wait for somebody else who isn't afraid to be the first person, and they follow. That's why you have to realize the world is looking for someone to follow. And if you're strong enough to prove to yourself that you can do what you say you're going to do and follow through with it, then people will follow you. If you follow through, then people will follow you. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Talk to them. Seriously, y'all. Like, seriously. I didn't want to harp too long on this today, but I just wanted to come and encourage you to understand how powerful it is to recognize, like, damn, bro, people do want to follow me. People do want to copy me. People do want to see what I have going on. Now, will I present something to them to follow? Will I actually make something and prove it to myself that's worthy of following? Because they're already there. It's up to you. You have to realize the problems exist. The problems are going to exist regardless if you create the solution or not. And if it's not you, it's going to be somebody else. And in this family, Become Better More Money, I want it to be us. I want it to be you. So if you can understand that the problem will always be there and it will always be a problem, you just need to focus on the solution, and you need to focus on proving it to yourself and following through with the solution, whatever that may be. And you don't have to go search and find. I got another video coming up soon. I'm going back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm saying, fuck this shadow band. But you have to prove it to yourself and to say that, you know what? You don't have to try to copy and match people's solution. You don't have to be like, all right, let me go try to find out what are the problems in the world and I'm gonna just cater who I am to it. That's too much fucking work. Just figure out what you love doing, and I guarantee you there's a problem that matches it. I promise you, I guarantee you, for something that you love doing, and if your goal is to become financially free, like I hope all people who are viewing this channel and are part of this family, if your goal is to become financially free, then you have enough of your natural solution within you to solve the problem to where you can be financially free. It don't have to be 100 million. It don't have to be 10 million. And I think most people understand. I said this to myself when I was walking. I said, most people, in my opinion, don't even want to get rich. Most people just want people to take care of them. So if you can get to the point to where you just have enough of that, okay, this money will take care of me money, then you can say, fuck the word rich, because most people really don't want to do the work that it takes to become rich and wealthy, which is totally fine. Which is why in certain circumstances outside of slavery and oppression and all of these other things, there's a 1%, there's everybody else. If you base it off of doing something different, not the whole, all the stuff I just mentioned, oppression and just the way the game is made up on certain things that just give disadvantages. But if all the playing fields are equal, then it's just are you willing to do this? Yes, it's a small group of people that's willing to say yes, and then the rest of people like, nah, I'm good, just give me this and I'll be straight. And that's okay if that's you. It's just good to be realistic about yourself. So, like I was saying, y'all, I want y'all to realize the power of understanding that the world wants to follow you, and the world is looking for someone to follow. And that someone could be you if you follow through on your promises to yourself to create whatever you feel you were meant to create. Now, there's a whole story on, you know, how do I find out what I'm meant to create? And if y'all want something on that, I can give y'all videos for that. So y'all let me know. Hit them comments too. Let me know. Because I know there's a whole part of just like, all right, well, if it's about me following through on what I'm meant to do, then how do I find out what I'm meant to do? And I literally said that, you know, you don't have to worry about matching your solution to people's problems. Just naturally do what you do, as in who you are and what makes you feel just flows. What flows? Find your flow, find your passion, and find your level of competence, as in what you think you can naturally do at a certain level of a skill set. And if that's where it flows with you, and over time you can scale that out, as in grow and then increase that skill set through your knowledge base and the time that you put into learning and development, then that can grow and that can evolve and you can expand and you can be a lot more broad. But if you start off from just a natural level, boom, what do I feel good? What do I feel good doing? There's plenty of solutions. I don't care if you're somebody that's left brain, right brain, artistic, creative, and logical and mathematical. There's still a fucking problem that falls somewhere in between. So hopefully y'all will feel encouraged to know that, yes, man, people want to follow you. Whether y'all are looking at me and y'all are part of my 170 strong subscribers, or you have your own thing and you just like, man, I'm just starting YouTube and I got 5 subscribers. You know what? Those 5 people that want to follow you. Or when you got Instagram and you got 5 folks, 10 folks, 15, 100, that's 100 folks that want to follow you. And once again, I hope y'all understand what I mean when I'm saying following. It's not just subscribers. It's not just Instagram. It's literally people who are giving you that level of recognition that you think you deserve based off of the things that you've done and you contributed. Because we all want that, because somebody and everyone is all looking to give that to somebody else. We're looking to say thank you. We're looking to say, what are you doing? We're looking to say, I like that. We're looking to say, I want to buy this. I noticed that. Everybody is doing that to somebody else, and everybody wants them to do that to themselves. And yeah, that's it, right? And everybody wants that to do them to them. So it's a give and trade, y'all. It's a transaction. Everything at the end of the day is transactional, all the way down to the molecular compound, chemical compound, part of our world and our universe and our biological makeup. So hopefully that makes sense, y'all. I love y'all so much, man. Yeah, y'all go tap in onto that Become Better sobriety and boost that up, you know what I'm saying, and show them that we need that. If y'all on this sobriety journey, this is a great video for y'all. I gave y'all some good testimonies of my life, some good things that relate to sobriety and freedom and love and money and growth and evolving. Y'all go check that video out. I'll put it right here. And y'all go check that Become Better playlist, because it's either Become Better things or we just doing these words with waters, and I'm just giving y'all what I'm feeling on the top of my brain and things that I hope can bring you some value. And at the end of the day, lead you to a better life, because that's what it's about. So once again, thank y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, turn the notification bell on, all of that good stuff. And appreciate y'all. Remember to stay well and be conscious and write your world into existence. Waters, love.